courtroom fell silent. All eyes were on her. Sergeant Emily Carter stood tall in her military uniform, lips pressed together, her hands clenched by her sides. The officer in charge barked, "Remove your uniform, Sergeant. You've dishonored it." She didn't flinch. She slowly began to unbutton her jacket, and when the shirt came off, a tattoo on her shoulder became visible. Gasps filled the room. The commanding general stood up in disbelief. It was that tattoo, the mark that had disappeared with a secret unit 20 years ago, the mark of Unit 13, the mark everyone feared. Emily Carter wasn't like the others in the squad. She was quieter, smarter, and too composed for someone her age. She didn't share stories. She didn't laugh around the campfires. But she led every mission like she had seen the worst, like she had survived it. New recruits whispered stories about her. Some said she had been adopted after her real parents were killed during a Black Ops mission. Others claimed she was part of a secret CIA experiment. Nobody knew the truth. All they knew was this: she always completed the mission, no matter the odds. But everything changed during a mission in Siberia. Her team was ambushed. Only Emily came back alive. And that's when the investigation started. The government demanded answers. How did an entire squad die under her command, and she came out without a scratch? Some accused her of betrayal. Others suspected classified involvement. In the military tribunal, she was ordered to explain her past. When she refused, they accused her of hiding something. The tribunal's lead prosecutor, Major Daniels, grilled her. Who trained you in tactical psychological warfare? Who taught you the kind of survival skills you displayed in Siberia? Emily's reply was cold. Experience. But when they threatened to revoke her honors, rank, and even sentence her to prison, she finally gave in. And she did something no one expected. She removed her uniform. On her upper back, inked into her flesh, was a dark emblem. A snake wrapped around a dagger, dripping black ink like poison. The symbol of Unit 13. Everyone in the room froze. Unit 13 was a Black Ops task force from over 2 decades ago. Officially, it had been disbanded. Unofficially, it was buried. Everyone from that unit had either died in combat or vanished. The stories were terrifying. Unit 13 was created to take on missions that even the CIA wouldn't touch. Missions that broke every rule of war. Their tattoos were surgically implanted with a hidden radioactive chip. Anyone who left or tried to betray them disappeared. But how was Emily connected to them? Emily took a deep breath and began to speak. I was 5 years old when Unit 13 rescued me from a compound in Syria. My parents were scientists held hostage by a rogue militant faction. She paused. They died protecting their work. Unit 13 took me in. The courtroom listened, stunned. I grew up inside their underground facility. I trained with them, ate with them, learned from them. They were my only family. She looked directly at Major Daniels. You can't find their files because they were erased. For your safety. For the country's safety. One colonel muttered. But they disbanded in 2005. They're gone. Emily nodded. They disbanded on paper. But some of us never stopped operating. She then revealed something even more shocking. The mission in Siberia wasn't a military assignment. It was retaliation. Emily explained the real reason her team was killed. A Russian biotech facility, off the records, had restarted an old project that Unit 13 had once shut down. Biological mind control. The government knew about it, but chose not to intervene. So Emily's routine surveillance mission turned into a covert attack. Her team never stood a chance. She barely escaped, but she recovered a vial. A weapon. She pulled it out in court, placing the vial inside a secure black box. This, she said, is why I survived. This is what they died for. The tribunal panicked. The vial's contents were analyzed and confirmed. It was a weaponized neurotoxin, one that could control the brain's decision-making. Suddenly, Emily wasn't the accused anymore. She was a national asset, a survivor of a hidden war, and the only link to a buried past that still threatened the present. But not everyone in the room was relieved. Major Daniels slammed the table. You went rogue. You disobeyed direct orders. Emily shot back. Unit 13 was trained to act when no one else would. You buried the unit. But I carried it forward, and I saved lives doing it. Silence. After a long debate behind closed doors, the tribunal returned. The lead general stood up. Sergeant Emily Carter, you are hereby cleared of all charges. Your record will remain sealed. You are to be reassigned immediately under special clearance. She nodded once. No smile, no relief, just duty. As she walked out of the courtroom, someone called after her. Are there others like you? She turned, her voice barely above a whisper. Not anymore. Weeks later, somewhere in an underground bunker, Emily opened an encrypted terminal. The logo of Unit 13 flashed for the first time in 20 years. She typed in 2 words. Reactivation confirmed. The ghost unit wasn't dead. It was back, and she was the last soldier standing. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and press the bell icon so that you can receive notifications of every new video.